It's been 2 years, and it is August 1958. It is the election year, where the presidential election is held. Chad has built a public image online in the past few years, as he decided to run for president with some of his friends as his team. Originally, the residents of the planet voted the candidates out they wanted to see gone, judging by their videos, messages, and online presence. At Final 2, we hit the debate part, which many sessions will be broadcasted to television. Chad has made it to the final stage, so has another person, who the cast doesn't know the identity of yet. Chad woke up and said, "Oh God, today's the day." Chad said, "Today's the first debate. I'm beyond anxious. We have no idea who the other candidate is." Angelica said, "Dad, I'm sure it will go good. You've done a good job online already. You'll smash this." Cherry said, "We'll be watching the broadcast from home. You'll kill it. Trust your gut. You're gonna win this." Chad said, "Thank you for the encouraging words. I will do this for all of us. We'll change the planet." Chad said, "All right, it is time. We'll go there as a team and get people on our side. Though please, don't go too much off script during the debate. We want to keep our message consistent." Gloria said, "Yeah, it's important to keep to the script." Mr. Lawless said, "Man, you all don't really have a clue what it takes to win." Father Staniel said, "Your campaign has literally no mention of God. You are like the Antichrist. Actually, why am I even part of this?" Chad said, "Also, Chaotix, please stay off the coke for the debate. We need to appear good." "All right, let's get to rocking then." Alpha said, "The Alpha is getting tired of his fan base. The requests the Alpha gets are getting more and more retarded." Joe said, "Maybe you should consider quitting the OnlyFans, or maybe to go on a hiatus. Is it worth it if it's not bringing you any joy? Plus we have a plenty of money." Alpha said, "The Alpha feels that it would be an act of submission. The domination the Alpha has over the Gooners and their money fuels the Alpha, but the Alpha feels phantom backshots at the same time." Angelica said, "Guys, the broadcast is beginning. They'll appear shortly." A man said, "Welcome to the first presidential election in-person debate, where the two elected candidates will face each other, introducing Demonica and his advisor, as well as Chad and his team." Chad asked, "Demonica, you? What are you doing here?" Demonica said, "Running for president against you, UNC. This here is my demented father and his druggy friends. They are not to be trusted and are incompetent. We, however, want to bring the word of Jesus back to everyday life and bring salvation to all." Chad said, "That is a bunch of nonsense. The other candidate here is my son, and he is a Satanist. He abandoned his family and played a part in his mother's death, as well as imprisoning people. I don't know why he is suddenly sharing the word of God, but I can tell you that it's a bunch of bullshit." Demonica said, "Classic old father, manipulating and lying as usual. Trust me when I say that I am in no way related to Satanism. I am a man of the Christ. I may be young, but the Son of God, Jesus, speaks through me and brings forth wisdom." Gloria whispered, "I know this is nuts, but let's keep to the script. You know he only wants to upset us." Chad said, "What I can promise if you elect me is a mission to remove crime and violence off the face of this planet. We have fallen victim to it time and time again, and it has motivated us to take action against it. Do you want a safer and more reliable world to live in? I know I do." Gloria said, "If Chad wins, you can also expect prices and taxes to go down. This administration will focus on the poor as well and help those in need, especially those who are homeless." Demonica said, "A bunch of woke nonsense. The power of Christ is what we need. If I am elected, carrying the Bible will be mandatory for everyone. The goal is to ban other religions. The goal is to eliminate anyone that opposes the word of God. Prison time for sinners." Nazakal said, "For those that do not follow the word of Demonica and God, a long and torturous death will await before departing to the world filled with lakes of lava." Mr. Lawless, if you elect this fine gentleman here, you will be guaranteed to see hundreds of massive cities being built all over the planet. You will see the first journey to another solar system. Everyone gets a massive salary raise, and anyone who wants to will get a free fuck visit from the Great Alpha. Chad said, hee hee. Yes, we can provide a lot of change, so elect me if you want to see real, meaningful, and lasting change. Father Staniel said, what this planet needs is more of God's presence. Oh wait, that's what the opposing side is promising. Then Kaetix passed out from cocaine. Then the debate ended, so Chad and his friends returned home. Gloria asked, what the fuck was that, Mr. Lawless? Didn't we tell you to keep to the script? Now we have lied straight to the face of everyone. Empty promises. Mr. Lawless said, but this is what successful politicians do. In order to secure a win, we need to make empty promises to get people's dreams up. We need to appeal to many different groups of people with different backgrounds. Chad said, I am generally opposed that type of ideology, but in this situation, you may have a point. We absolutely cannot let Demonica win this election. I know my son, and I can say that the Christianity part is an act. Who knows what kind of evil plans and intentions he has? Gloria asked, does he even have a chance to win? His speech was insane. It sounded like a dictatorship. Father Staniel said, his speech pulled me in. He is advocating the word of Christ, and I believe he would do good for this world full of sin. He seems to have confessed his sins and become a good Christian man while he was gone. Chad said, well, that proves that he can win. He is using Christianity as a tool. Since most of the planet are Christians, he could really pull it off, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen. It's not just about getting me for the president's seat, but more importantly to save all of us from doom. Kaetix said, cheers to that. I'll be high as hell if it goes to shit.